What's going on, everyone? Corey with Xbox Tavern with another review. This week I'm looking at Bluey the video game, another game by Outright Games that is primarily aimed towards kids, if that is not apparent yet. Bluey the video game takes you into the life and world of the Healer family. That is the main family of the show Bluey, and you get to control any of the four main members of that family. You then get to play out different episodes, just like a TV show would show you. Each one pretty much has you trying to complete a main objective, and it takes place in an iconic Bluey environment, whether that is their house, the beach, or their backyard. You can play up to 4 players locally, which is perfect for families. I have 2 young daughters, and they absolutely love Bluey and Bingo, so they got to pick their favorite ones. And of course, Dad got to be Dad. And we just got to play this game from start to finish. It only took about an hour for the main game, and then we got to have fun with the side games and the collectibles thereafter. So some things to note: the controls are very easy. You are navigating this semi 3D world. However, you can't turn the camera. It's kind of fixated in front of you, but you do have to be able to navigate around and platform in different directions. So there is a little slight complexity when it comes to that. When I'm thinking in the terms of a brand new player or a kid trying to figure that out, you know, that could be a little tough. But for the most part, it's very simple and it holds your hand very well. When you are playing with multiple people, player 1, whomever that is, kind of controls where the camera is pointed. And as you are another member of the family and you're following them, you will sometimes lag behind, or maybe, you know, you're not thinking the same as player 1. What it does is it's very smart in that after a few seconds of not being on screen, it will kind of pull you or the other members of the family into the same room as player 1. So you really can't get stuck, and player 1 is not prohibited in advancing. However, when you are not player 1, it can be a little frustrating and jarring to kind of not be able to go exactly where you want to go and get pulled places when you are not expecting to be pulled. That said, in this semi 3D environment, you do get stuck on a couple of things. One of the games we got stuck and we could not do anything about it until the game was over via a timer. And so we had to sit there. We've seen slight graphical glitches where the ears of the dog came off. It's almost like they were wearing a hat, but the hat wasn't there. And then for my daughter's sake, she thought that some of the voice acted lines repeated a little too much. So just to throw that out there for her. But with all that out of the way, this is a really fun game for, like I said, young kids. Both of my girls love Bluey, and they were super excited to play this game. And I think they actually had a really fun time with it. Not only do you get to play in iconic places and see other members of the show in the game who are also fully voice acted, you get to play with some of the toys and actually play some of the games that they do in the show. There's an iconic game called Keepy Uppy, and you actually get to play Keepy Uppy. So that was really fun for my kids. Kind of the end game, like I said, once you're done with the story, you can go back to any of these places, and there are a lot of collectibles to get in each one. And they build a picture after you collect all of them. And it was so funny. After the picture was made, my girls were saying, "We've seen this before." And my youngest, who is 6, she runs and grabs a book, and we have that exact picture that is in that book. So it was really funny to see that and how excited they were for that. So yeah, this was Bluey the video game. It's not too deep, but what would you expect? It made the kids really happy. It was fun and easy to play with them, which is not, you know, always the case depending on the game. And for my money, it's really hard to tell when it's a video game versus the show because it just looks that good. But that will do it for me for this review. The final score will be on xboxtavern.com as always. Thank you to Outright Games for sending a code for this via their ambassador club. I've been Corey. I will see you in the next review.